Okay, there you are. Stay with me, folks. Back to the 29th of May. We left a bunch of stuff out here when we went to the Harbor Freight Monday. I couldn't believe it. Harbor Freight was open a full day till 8 p.m. And we get up there at about 6 or 6:30, and there was no cars in the parking lot. Sherry said, "I told you they were closed, Robert." I said, "I've already called them, Sherry. They're opening, sure as anything." We were the only ones in the store, but they were there. I got a bunch of good stuff. She got some wire brushes. We're cleaning some table and chairs, paint peeling off some stuff she wants to spray paint. As long as she's not doing it in the she shed after all that work, I don't care. But we got a big one. I already have one big one, and I have one small one. So as cheap as these are, and granted, there's no bearings in the wheels, but there are little roller bearings in here, you know, and these are supposedly good for a couple 100 pounds or something. So this says 1,000-pound capacity. It's funny, you go to the store to buy the caster, and this would say it's probably a 90-pound caster. I don't know, but it's cheaper to buy this than it is to buy individual wheels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these, spread them out, and screw them in, and you know, and go ahead and put some 1x on or whatever. But that's how I plan on solving this issue of getting wheels on these other cabinets, right? I also finally found a Harbor Freight that has 48-inch long, 6-inch wide belts for my belt and disc sander. Could find the discs, couldn't find the belts anywhere. So bonus trip to Harbor Freight. So we're gonna get busy getting getting the rest of those cabinets on wheels, getting them into the back room. That red cabinet is all cleaned up. I cut cardboard as kind of like a shelf liner kind of thing, because it was pretty nasty in there. We cleaned it up as best we could, but weren't going to go 10/10. So we get all the cabinets back in there, then we're going to decide which cabinets we put what type of stuff in. One of them is going to have house stuff, right? Like all the electricals, leftover electrical stuff, and those killer 100-pound, 150-pound wall anchors and stuff like that. So, oh look behind us here. I told you we had the mama dove up here, and she's got a couple babies up in here, folks. Take a look. They got little feathers on them and everything. Little babies. Hi, babies. Hello. I don't want her to come zooming in at me, but she just took off when I come out here the first time. Yeah, little babies. So once they're up and gone, we're going to clean the joint up. This thing is next. I mean next. After the deck and the pool, we got to get a roof on this thing, man. It's killing me. Of course, I looked for another new tarp at Harbor Freight too, but they didn't have the right one. So I'm going to get busy, and we're going to get moving on. Big weekend this weekend. We got a lot of work to get done so we can go play. Then, of course, after we get the work done on the deck and the pool, get the pool open and all that stuff, then it's on like Donkey Kong, right? So we got the Vortex stickers that came. I got NGK stickers that came. I have VP and Hoosier stickers that are on the way. We'll get the go-kart all stickered up. We'll get all the new tie rods on it. We'll get the front end aligned. We'll mount our new wheels and tires. You know, we looked inside the motor up through the exhaust. Everything looks good. So we'll get her all snapped back together and get the antifreeze out of it and put water in it and get it ready for the trip to the track. We'll get it ready to go back in the trailer. Rich is coming over. We're going to do some preliminary work on Saturday on his cart. He's not taking it to Mid-Ohio, but getting his front brakes, his newer model Paul Martin front brakes on it, and find out how wide that ends up making the cart. Because when you do put those baskets with the rotor on, it does kind of push things out. I mean, you can get deep backside wheels to kind of compensate for some of it, but you won't get away with all of it. It's not like just a standard spindle mount hub without a front brake. Much narrower, closer to the kingpin, so to speak. So we need to know how wide his cart's going to be, because when we get back from Mid-Ohio, what's the first thing we're doing? Well, if we still have a dime left, we're going to do this. Chuck, my buddy Chuck, is looking for some tin. He said he's got somebody, buddy of his that owns a hardware store, or a car wash, that's got this tin, like the barn tin, laying out and stacked up. Hey, if we can get it, we'll take it, whatever. We don't care what color it is, as long as it's solid. We got to get this thing going, and I got to get my bench going, because we need to get our garage in a working, functioning, non-construction situation so we can start moving forward on putting some of these go-karts together and getting them the heck out of here. So that's it for the 29. We're almost to the end of the month, man. Almost to the end of the month. Mid-Ohio's coming. Hang in there. Godspeed, God bless, because Jesus is coming too. Hang in there. I'm praying for you. Harbor Freight, baby. It don't get any better than that.